Hello, and welcome to In Case You Missed It, Black Audacity Style. We will bring you up to speed today on last week's news and hot topics that you may have missed. I'm LaWanda Morris, CEO of Black Audacity Magazine, and your host for this evening. Now, today we will be discussing several topics, including The Talk coming to an end after 15 seasons. We'll update you on the hush money trial of former President Donald Trump and the status of that. We'll also chat about the life expectancy of Native Americans. And in breaking news, we'll update you on the recent Supreme Court ruling surrounding Black Lives Matter. And we'll also talk about our new sponsor, Black Skin Beauty. So pour yourself a drink, grab a snack, and let's get into it. In political news, as I'm sure you're aware, former President Donald Trump's hush money trial is underway. There were a few bumps in the road during jury selection when some of the selected jurors asked to be released or dismissed from the jury because of fear of their identity being exposed and them being subjected to threats. By now, we have all heard of Trump's MAGA supporters threatening the lives of anyone who dares, in their view, to oppose Donald Trump. Opposing Trump, again, in their view, seems to also include judges who preside over Trump's court cases, as well as election workers, jurors, pretty much anyone that isn't Donald Trump. Now, notwithstanding these setbacks, the full jury has been selected and seated and sworn in, and the trial is now underway in New York City. We'll keep you posted on any interesting developments regarding this trial, including whether or not the judge decides to hold Trump in contempt for violating the gag order issued earlier in this case. So stick a pin in it and we'll keep you updated. Now, on to sports news. The Boston Marathon and who went home as winners. Well, we'll tell you a little bit about two of them here. Sensei Lima turned in a dominating performance in winning the men's division of the Boston Marathon, while Hellen Obiri dominated near the end of her race to repeat as the women's champion. Hellen's victory was her third in 4 marathons. She told the Washington Post, "Winning here, I'm seeing myself at the Paris Olympics. I think there's no doubt." The 34-year-old, who is the first Boston repeat winner since 2005, was a silver medalist in the 5,000 in 2016 and 2020 Olympics. According to the Post, Sensei's best finish in Boston before this year's Boston Marathon was 30th in 2019. The 33-year-old showed the same form in his dominating win as he did at the Valencia Marathon in December. My plan was to break the course record, but it's so hilly and it's so uphilly and downhilly, he said, though through an interpreter. So we just want to say congratulations to both of these very, very extraordinary athletes. Keep up the great work, and we do hope to see you in the Paris Olympics. In health news, according to CBS News, Native Americans have shorter lifespans, and it's not just due to a lack of health care. Catherine Goodlow is only 20, but she has experienced enough to know that people around her are dying far too young. Goodlow, a member of the Lower Brule Sioux tribe, said she has lost 6 friends and acquaintances to suicide, 2 to car crashes, and 1 to appendicitis. 4 of her relatives die in their 30s or 40s from causes such as liver failure and COVID-19, she said. And she recently lost a 1-year-old nephew. Most Native American kids and young people lose their friends at an early age, said Goodlow, who is considering becoming a mental health therapist to help her community. So I say we're basically used to it, but it hurts worse every time we lose someone, is what she said. Native Americans tend to die much earlier than white Americans. Their median age at death was 14 years younger, according to an analysis of between 2018 and 2021 data from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. Why is this? According to a CBS article, there are many factors that contribute to this, including healthcare or a lack thereof. So what can be done? What can be done to help solve this problem? Well, according to Donald Warren, a physician who is co-director of the Johns Hopkins Center for Indigenous Health and a member of the Ogallala Sioux tribe, at the core of the problem are social and economic forces, he says. They argue that in addition to bolstering medical care and fully funding the Indian Health Service, which provides health care to Native Americans, there needs to be a greater investment in case management, in things like case management, parenting classes, and home visits. It's almost blasphemy for a physician to say, he went on to say, but the answer to addressing these issues or these things is not hiring more doctors and nurses. The answer is having more community-based preventions, he said. Let us all hope that Native Americans get the help that they need to solve these major life expectancy and lifespan problems. We wish them all well. In celebrity news, so for the fans of TV show The Talk, I have some sad news to share. The Talk will end at CBS after 15 seasons of what's been described as an entertaining show filled with skill, creativity, and dedication. With one more shortened season of The Talk left that will air later this year and then conclude in December. Be sure to tune in for those last episodes to support this long-lasting show on its way out the door. And in other celebrity news, playing Juliet in Romeo and Juliet should be a dream role for an actor, right? Well, not for a Black actor tackling Shakespeare. That can be a nightmare. And yes, you guessed it, because of racists. I, for one, am so sick and tired of being so sick and tired of racist people. As The Guardian points out in an opinion piece earlier this month, the racist folks directed the raceful abuse directed at Francesca Adewadu Rivers shows how casting decisions have been hijacked by the culture wars. And by culture wars, we mean something that white people are mad about, that they shouldn't be mad about, that Black people are doing. Even the Supreme Court of the United States of America has falsely concluded that racism is dead. Well, Miss Rivers, I'm sorry, is here to tell you, and so am I, that it is not. Unfortunately, racism and racist people are alive and well, honey. The rest of us can continue to call it out and should continue to call it out when and wherever it occurs in order to fight it and combat it. So we wish Miss Rivers well in playing Juliet in Romeo and Juliet. And all of you racist folks out there who have a problem with it just because she's Black, have several seats. And in breaking news, according to NBC News, the Supreme Court has rejected BLM's activist appeal to dismiss a lawsuit brought by a police officer injured during a Black Lives Matter protest. Let me explain. DeRay McKeeson, a BLM activist who led a protest in Baton Rouge in July of 2016 that was sparked by the police killing of Alton Sterling, a Black man, after an altercation outside of a convenience store where Alton was selling CDs. Now, during the resulting protest, the officer was hit in the head by a rock or a piece of concrete that was thrown at him by an unidentified person. McKeeson, who is represented by the American Civil Liberties Union, says his actions leading to the protest are protected under the Constitution's First Amendment, which guarantees both the free speech, the right to free speech, and the right to assemble. No justice dissented from the decision to not hear this case and descended back down to the lower courts for the trial to proceed. But Justice Sonia Sotomayor wrote a statement explaining why the court decided not to hear this case and not to intervene. She said she referenced another Supreme Court hearing or ruling that raised some of the same issues that could benefit DeRay as the litigation continues. Now, it will be naturally, of course, up to DeRay's attorneys to go look up and read these cases fully to see which was referenced by Sotomayor in order to see which one of these elements in the cases that she referenced can be used to help defend him against this police officer in this case. But we will be looking to see how this all pans out. We're not sure how the lower courts are going to rule, but it will be interesting to follow along. So stick a pin in it, and we'll let you know what we hear as we keep our ear to the ground on this one. Well, that's all for now. I hope you have enjoyed today's segment of In Case You Missed It, Black Audacity Style. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and turn on those notifications so that you can see more Black Audacity Magazine YouTube content show up in your feed. I'm LaWanda Morris, CEO of Black Audacity Magazine, and we are unapologetically and unambiguously Black Audacity. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here next week. Please stick around for a brief word from our sponsor. Thank you so much to our sponsor, Black Skin Beauty. Black Skin Beauty is that black don't crack kind of beauty, y'all, that we all want and now we all can have with Black Skin Beauty's new youthful regimen. Black Skin Beauty can help you get your skin all the way together with their new skincare line dropping tomorrow on April the 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Black Skin Beauty offers a revolutionary 3-step youthful regimen to help you look younger than ever before. Enter for a chance to win a free product and to get 30% off all weekend long at www.blackskinbeauty. That's BLKSKN beauty.com.